Ashe County Oral History Project, an interview with Maggie Melinda Spencer, November the 12th, 1980. Interviewer Clarice Weaver. Now, Miss Spencer, where were you born? Were you born in this area and grew up in this area?
I was born right down the road here.
At Sturgill's.
No, you may have noticed that little road right down here, just a little ways. Turns off down to the left, goes over to that house in the meadow where that's where Clay Kelby used to live.
Oh.
And I was born, there used to be an old log house there on the bank. That's where I was born.
Mm-hmm. You were born in a log house?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it stood there till just a few years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when were you born? What year and what day?
I was born the 27th of June, 1898.
1898. So you're 82?
Yeah.
Well, so you grew up in this area?
Yeah, I've always lived here.
Mm-hmm. What was your daddy and mother's name?
Frank Sturgill and Little Sturgill.
Was he a preacher?
Well, he always said he didn't feel much like a preacher, more a teacher, he said. Said he didn't think he hardly well read and everything enough to be a preacher. But
And what was your mother's name? Who was she?
Lula Virginia Sturgill. Stewart.
Stewart.
Yeah.
Well, and before we get started into the interview, could you tell me, you were married to Greeley Spencer, is that right? Greeley Spencer, and he was the son of Bud Spencer.
Yeah.
How many children did you have?
We had 11 and raised 10 of them. One of them died the day it was born.
And the other one?
We raised 10. They were all living.
10 living children. Well, how many grandchildren have you got?
Oh, I don't know whether I can tell you that, hardly not. I think I've got 16 grandchildren and about 10, I guess, great-grandchildren.
Is that right? Well, so living here in the mountains and growing up in the mountains, you've seen a lot of changes, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
Since you grew up. Do you want to tell me your children's name? Started maybe the Anne, the baby one in the family.
Yeah.
The one you live with now. Mm-hmm. Maybe you could go up the ladder.
You can go up and come down.
Well, either way.
Well, I'll start with the oldest.
All right.
Fred Spencer. And Joe is next, Joe Spencer. And Roy Spencer. And Grace Spencer. And
Grace.
Yes. And Arva Spencer. And Clarence Spencer. And Carl and Carrie. They're the twins.
Carl and Carrie.
And Pearl Spencer, and then Ann Spencer.
Mm-hmm. Well, when they were all little, of course they wasn't all little at one time, but it kept you pretty busy, didn't it?
You better believe it did. I just about worked day and night.
You know, growing up, we probably don't realize how hard our mothers work. Maybe we're having a good time as a child, but you had to keep as busy as you could be, I guess.
I did.
How was it like to cook for that many family?
It's like hard work.
How many, did you have to make biscuits 3 times a day, or cornbread some?
Yeah, I made biscuits every morning. And of course I made cornbread some during the day. And then they set me, I told her I used to make cornbread in a dishpan.
In a dishpan?
It certainly did. Of course it wasn't all eat.
Well, what did you bake it in? A skillet or a big skillet or a big
pan?
big
most
pan?
times.
Maybe 2 pans.
No, I never did bake 2 pans. I had some pretty good sized pans that I baked in.
And your boys all strong and healthy. I bet they it seemed like boys had such an appetite.
We never did have much sickness in our family. When Fred was 7 years old, he had pneumonia, and that's about it. They grew up.
Just strong, healthy boys.
Yeah, they all went to the army.
How many-
All got back safe.
Is that right? Well, now you had all your little babies at home, didn't you?
Oh yes, there's no place to
No
go
place
then.
to go. Did you have a midwife or
Well, just
a
some of the
doctor?
women around. Well, I had a doctor most of the time, but a time or two I wasn't able to get one right then, you know. And some of the women did take the place.
All went well, didn't it?
Yeah, I got along good all the time.
I bet you had to. You had to make you. I mean, you had to get all the diapers ready, make all the diapers and
Yeah.
all the little gowns. And
Yeah.
I bet you looked back and wonder how in the world you did it all.
And so I was saying she didn't see how in the world I got along. I said, I don't either now.
No, it was hard on women.
It was. I
A lot of women just died when their babies were born, and
Yeah,
of course they had to work awful hard. You had to carry the water and everything. Now, when you were, you had to have a pretty good sized garden, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a garden here above the house, and we'd have sweet corn and other stuff out in the field maybe.
Had to do a lot of canning, I guess.
Oh, yes.
Now, when you first married, did you do more canning or drying?
Well, I canned most of my stuff all the time. But I dried some. I dried some beans, you know, and some fruit and little one stuff and nothing. My mother used to dry a lot of stuff. She'd have great old big bags, you know, and have one full of dried beans and one full of shelled apples, or maybe more, and dried fruit and everything that way. We didn't go hungry, of course. Folks now would think it was rough, but Mama was a good cook, and she could always fix this welcome food.
Well, when you were a little girl at home, where'd you go to school?
I went to Wolf Knob most
Wolf
of the time.
Knob. You had to walk pretty far, Wolf Knob.
Had to walk. You know where Kay lives up the road here?
Yeah.
From there over to Wolf Knob. Across that big hill, and I avoided snow to my knees. And went.
I bet
Wouldn't that be funny now if I'd have to do that?
I don't know if they'd have the energies to go or not, do you?
I doubt it. Lots of them wouldn't.
Did you have pretty good teachers?
Yeah, most of the time. We had one that we didn't like, and they let him go before his term was out, and they got a woman from down in Virginia, and everybody liked her awful good. She finished up the school.
Was it a log building?
No, it was a weatherboarded building. I always think about it as a little white schoolhouse on the hill.
I guess, did the boys have to, did the girls sit together, or did they?
No, they each had a side, you know, in the schoolhouse to sit.
I guess the days got pretty long when the teacher was having to go around and have all the other lessons, didn't they?
Yeah, it'd get long sometimes.
How many was in your family, your mother's family?
Oh, I don't
And
know.
the children did she have, your mother? How many brothers and sisters did
She
have?
just had one sister, but I don't know whether I can tell you how many boys there was or not, for I never did see many of them.
Did
They all went west,
Oh, really?
and some of them never did come back.
Mm-hmm.
But, one uncle and aunt that used to visit us a lot, they lived in the Pine Mountain, and they got tired over there, and they went up in Canada and homesteaded a place, you know. And lived up there for years, and they got old, and they moved back into Oregon and lived there the rest of their lives.
You have family scattered everywhere,
Oh,
don't you?
yes.
When people decided to move west, like you said, your aunts and uncles, how did they travel, in a covered wagon, or?
I guess I don't know how they traveled. They all left here before I was born.
Mhm.
Mama was the youngest one in the
Oh,
family.
I see.
And they'd all left, but just maybe 4 boys. I don't remember right now.
Well, it had to go on horseback to a certain distance anyhow.
I
If they went on train, they'd still have to go horseback till they got to the train station, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I don't know how close that was, and probably at Marion anyway.
I guess it's pretty sad to see your family move out west, because chances are you might never see them again.
No, anybody didn't hardly expect to ever see them again when they went back them days. But some of them come back, but not many.
A lot of things could happen. Did happen, traveling too.
Yeah.
I guess someone out to prospect and mine, didn't they?
No, I don't think any of my family ever did.
I believe Uncle Otto said his uncle was, Loveless, when it was a miner and a prospect. Or maybe it was Wiley Osborne.
I knew him.
I believe he said that they went out to prospect.
Well,
So, now, when you were a little girl, how did you spend your Christmas? Did Santa come down the chimney?
well, he's supposed to. But I don't think he ever did.
Did y'all get a lot of gifts, or?
Oh no, nothing like they do now. Just a little toy or two and goodies, then. But I think Christmas is about gone plumb wild now.
Yes, it's quite much.
It is.
They didn't celebrate like we do now, do they?
No.
Did your mother make all your clothes?
Yes, she was a very good hand to sew, and I was always proud of what she made me, because I could always look neat in my clothes.
How many brothers and sisters did you have?
Had 2 brothers. It was all.
2 brothers, no sisters.
Well, I had 3, but one died when he was 9 days old. 3 brothers.
So growing up as a little girl, growing into the teenage years when you started dating, where did you go to meet your boyfriend?
Oh, he always
At
come to
church?
the house.
Oh, they come a courting, huh?
Well, sometimes we'd meet at church, if there's some place to go on Sunday or Saturday night or something. But I generally seen him at home most of the time.
Well, they had big meetings in those days,
They
did they?
did.
Everybody came, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, did they have box suppers in your days? In your day when you were?
Yes, they did after I got up about grown,
Mm-hmm.
It was first